Hello everybody, my name is Harry Rice, we are back, we are live, and we're here to recap a hockey game that happened tonight. Well, of course, because that's what I usually am here to do. The Montreal Canadiens played tonight, we played the Ottawa Senators, and yeah, Marcus, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by, much appreciated, happy to see you, my good sir. And also, I just realized I forgot to change something on the stats, there we go. So yeah, Marcus, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. I'm happy to see you, my good sir. So yeah, we're here to recap the Canadiens game, of course. And yeah, even though it didn't go the Canadiens' way, parts of it were okay. Parts of it were interesting, especially that first period. We'll definitely talk about that. Things are going quite well, Marcus. Things are going pretty well. Thank you for asking, my good sir. Hope things are going well with you. And by the way, I'll answer this real quick. People might be asking, Harry, what's the shelf at the bottom? I'm reorganizing my DVDs. You can't really tell. Yeah, even with a camera, you can't really tell. But I have Blu-rays, then all my DVDs, and then my TV shows are going at the bottom. I just took them out. I don't know why I did. No, it's because the other night I had them sorted by studio, like 20th Century Fox, Disney, Warner Bros., all that stuff. And I didn't like it, so I then decided to try things out like this. And I might switch it again. I'll be honest. I don't know how I'll do it this time. I don't know. I've been wanting to just kind of scrap organizing them, like technically organizing them, and just like put them in like a random order, you know? Like I've been thinking about putting like all the movie sequels together and just putting them first and then all the singular movies. I've been thinking about doing that. Not sure how I'd like that, but I could try it out maybe. But yeah. So anyways, enough about that. Unless you guys want to keep talking about that, we can. The Canadiens played Montreal hockey. Let's do that, hockey. All right, Montreal, 6th preseason game, our last one. Season opener is on Wednesday, I believe. It's Wednesday, and then our first away game is Thursday. So we got a pretty good 3 games. We've got Toronto, Boston, and Ottawa. So, yeah, those are going to be some fun opening 3 games to look forward to. I can actually tell you guys now because I've got the, I already have all my preseason game templates. Actually, it's going to be a pretty good, like, first 4 games because we got the Penguins as well. So, 3 out of our first 4 games of the year. Actually, we have 4 of our first 5 games are at home to start the season. So, maybe that'll give us some momentum. I don't know. We'll see, though. But yeah. For anyone who's new here, how we do things around here, I go through the lines for both teams. I do my little game summary, recap, analysis, whatever you want to call it. I give the stats for the Canadiens, and then we get on out of here, and this might be the last stream before the regular season. I believe it might be. I'm pretty sure. Unless there's some type of news, like someone getting extended or something like that, then yeah. So I believe it should be the last stream. Don't know about videos. Anything's possible. But, yeah, we'll see. And actually what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to open up the Canadiens' Twitter because I'm expecting them to probably send down a couple guys that were in the lineup tonight. Yeah, but we'll see, though. Right now they're just doing the post-game little interview stuff. I don't think they're... Yeah, no, they ended a while ago. So yeah, and that's part of the reason I came up a little bit later than usual is I want to give people a chance to watch that. So, yeah. Thank fuck preseason is over. Oh yes, NZA, thank God. Because, oh my... I cannot have taken it if these games no longer count. If these games didn't count anymore. You know, I will say this. I'm fully in favor of the proposal that the NHL shorten the preseason to 4 games and add 2 games to the regular season. I'm actually a big fan of that, going back to an 84-game schedule, because it's 2 more games that mean something. It's 2 more important games. I'm honestly happy with that. I think 82 to 84 is kind of the perfect schedule. I mean, especially if I wasn't doing these, if it was just game ends, forget about it, whatever. Yeah, it's probably the perfect schedule. And then plus you have potentially like 24, I think, technically if all your series go to 7 games, 24 more postseason games. So that's fun. Might have been slightly worse than 2022 curse. At least our team was healthy. I mean, I don't know NZA. I don't know if I'd say that. Which, by the way, everybody in the chat who's here, happy birthday to NZA. His birthday was, I believe, yesterday. I'm kind of messed up with my time, so I forget if your birthday was yesterday or today, but I believe it was yesterday. So everybody in the chat, please say happy birthday to NZA. Poggers. I would sing, but my voice is slightly sore, and I don't think it'd be able to... I don't think you want to hear happy birthday sung in the style of Liam Gallagher, so I'm going to leave it at that. But happy birthday, my good sir, once again. Of course, or read them, however it goes, if it's a question or a comment. We're going to get into the opening lines. So for the Canadiens, it was Gallagher, Evans, Anderson, Newhook, Kapanen, Waugh, Heineman, Dvorak, Barry Boulay, Pezzetta, Gignac, and Kandata were on the forward core. Engstrom, Guhle, Xhekaj, Mayu, Strub, and Trudeau, Barron. So Struble was actually held out. No problem, Enzi. Happy to hope you had a wonderful birthday, my good sir. Sam Montembeau would get the start net for the Habs, and Jakob Dobesch back might have gone with either the second half or the third period for him, but no, they just didn't, surprisingly. The opening lines for the Senators. Okay. The opening lines for the Senators were Gregg, Norris, Batherson, Highmore, Pinto, Amadio, Gregor, Ostapchuk, Cousins, and Jenik, Gaudette, and McEwen for their forward core. Sanderson, Zub, Chabot, Jensen, and Cleven. Yakimchuk. It said Yakimchuk, but I don't think he was playing, and I didn't get the actual full lines, so yeah. Don't have you on your Instagram? No, I didn't. I haven't been on Instagram the past couple days. I've been scrolling. I haven't looked at the stories, though. You got a new Caulfield jersey. Hell yeah, man. Let's go, NZA. I'm assuming it's a 13. I mean, either or it's good because it's a Caulfield jersey, but hopefully it's a 13 and it's updated. But, hey, either way, congrats, man. Happy to hear. Linus Omar gets started for the Sens, and Anton Forsberg would back him up. Both goalies would go all the way. They'd play the full game. That's what I mean. Before the game, it was confirmed by Eric Ingles at about 11 a.m. Not many of the top players were going to be playing tonight. This was a game where Marty could kind of tell there was going to be a little something, and he said he didn't want to risk any of the top guys getting hurt. Oh, it's a reverse retro? It depends which reverse retro it is. If it's the baby blue or the dark blue. It depends on which one it is. I really don't care. Oh, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't care either. I just want a new jersey. Yeah, NZ, I wouldn't care either. Hell, someone gets me the barber pole, for example, for my birthday or Christmas, I'm fucking in love with that thing. Firstly, because those things are like $400 or $500, but, like, it's also kind of cool. Hey, I own maybe the worst jersey in Habs history, you know? The reverse retros aren't quite there. The 23 reverse retro, I've got to look up which one that is. If that's the dark blue... Habs RR should be good enough, right? Oh, you got the sexy one, NZA. Oh, that's a good one. I love that one. I love that one. The light blue Habs. That's a good reverse retro. That's a good one in my opinion. So yeah, again, many of the top stars not playing tonight. It is Suzuki. Whew. So I'm going off 4 hours of sleep, by the way, so that might be why I seem a little out of it. I'm going off 5 hours of sleep, essentially, because I got like a half-hour nap in there around like 3. But confirmed to not be playing tonight. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, Doc, Hudson, Matheson, Struble, and Savard. It was expected that Struble would play, but he didn't end up playing. Habs ended up recalling Kandata and Gignac at forward and William Trudeau on the blue line for this game. Guhle gets into his first preseason game. He's back from his appendix being removed. Hopefully that all went well. I'm assuming it did because he's back fairly early. Tkachuk, Perron, Stützle, and Giroux were all out for the Senators. None of them were playing. So let's get into the actual game. I don't know if we're going to be here all that long, honestly, because my notes really don't span a lot once we get into the second and third. It was a very boring game, honestly, after the first. Guhle has a good hit 5 seconds in. You can tell he looked good. I originally only got it for $40 on Marketplace. It was originally $50. Like a genius, you have it down. Oh my god, NZA, dude. Dude, if I wish I could find deals like that, dude. Originally $40 on Marketplace. Holy shit, dude. That's a good deal. Holy shit. That's really good, man. Paulie Jean, Ottawa Edmonton Cup Final. I'm assuming that's Deadpool. No. Ottawa is still not a playoff team, more than likely. Then the Suns score. Actually, about 50 seconds in, Pinto buries it after Adam Engstrom gets out of position, isn't able to cover Pinto, jumps on a rebound, and just buries it past Montembeault. And the Sens take the 1-0 lead very early on, and that sucks. And then, here we go, Xhekaj with a really nice cross-check at center ice. We need to summon Wolverine now. Yes, we do. And then we got a fight. Zach McEwen. McEwen wants to go with Xhekaj. Xhekaj at first looking like he doesn't want to go. Drops the gloves and just pummels Zach McEwen. Feeds him with some punches. McEwen eventually goes down. This is Xhekaj when he doesn't want to fight. Imagine him when he does want to fight. So yeah, they both go off for 5, and McEwen is actually given an additional 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Originally, it said that Reinhard was given the additional 2. Reinhard was playing, I think, instead of Yakimchuk. I think it was Reinhard, but I didn't really hear his name through the game. But yeah, Kapanen ends up getting a good shot, good stop. Not much else. Habs go 0 for 1 on the power play. Then we go to the penalty kill as gets called for a high stick in front of the net, and 50 seconds in, it's a 5-on-3. Dvorak gets called for a trip. By the way, I was at the game Tuesday, and was it a shit show in a good but bad way? That Doc Greg fight. Oh, Enzi, I could imagine it was, dude. Seeing Doc get hit, guys going after Greg shortly after, including Pizzetta. Doc coming back and scoring. Xhekaj taking on Xhekaj with the headshot on Stützle. Stützle diving. And then the Doc Greg fight, dude. That was pretty fun to watch. I agree, dude. That was more. They press after a bit, and Pinto gets his second of the night with a good tip. Right in front, no coverage there from Justin Barron. Hopefully he's down in Laval tonight. Habs end up killing the remaining penalty off. Habs go 1 for 2. Guhle then with a big hit on Highmore at the benches off of a really bad suicide pass, essentially. Just passes it up. It's on Highmore's stick. It's literally just a pass, boom. It's literal suicide pass. Guhle with a nice hit there. And we get a scrum. Nobody on the Sens likes that. Everybody's in to defend Guhle as well. Dude just came back. You don't want to see him fighting. And Ostapchuk given the only... Guhle was originally in the box, but I guess they looked at it during commercials. And Ostapchuk was given the only penalty. Habs get a power play for roughing. Kapanen looks good. He gets a nice one-timer off. There's a shot tipped by Watt just off the post that almost tied it. Anderson then misses the net twice, and holy shit. Habs are 0 for 2 on the power play. Pizzetta then has a run taken at him. Xhekaj gets some very light booing by the 12 Sens fans that are in the building. Seriously, for a Senators game, there's a lot of cheering for the Canadiens going on tonight, and it's been like this for years. But it still baffles me that year in, year out, the Sens are considered, oh yeah, this is the year we're going to be a playoff team, we're going to get better this year. And every time Montreal's in the building, it's filled with Habs fans. I don't get it. Like, I get we're literally brother provinces, but like, still. Hilarious. Senators press, there's a good look. Montembeault has a glove that sends us to commercial. Xhekaj then the other way gets robbed by Olmark with a Statue of Liberty save. Kind of looked like a price stop, but not quite as good. Habs then press once again. Senators go back the other way. Batherson off a turnover. He gets a one-timer. Montembeault with a nice stop there. Habs D was kind of out of position at points, but it's kind of understandable because none of these guys are really playing with their partners that they're going to be with to start the year. I mean, Engstrom's going to be in Laval. Guhle's on the top pair, probably with Matheson. Xhekaj and Mailloux might be the third pairing, but I could honestly see it now being Xhekaj and Struble. I think Mailloux needs one more year in Laval. Trudeau's going to be in Laval. Barron's probably the 7th D, I would imagine. So, yeah, nobody was really playing with the guys that they're going to be with It's the same shit when the Leafs play and Sens fans dare say they're the best fandom. That is true, NCA. It is. I mean, I don't think I see any Sens fans really saying that. I don't think I really see any Sens fans saying they're the best fandom. I think it's more so cocky fans saying that their team is good. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see any Sens fans talking shit most nights, anyways. But yeah, it's the same shit when the Leafs play. When it's Leafs and Ottawa in Ottawa, same as the Air Canada Center. Fuck off, fly. It's always filled with Leafs fans. Yeah. Ottawa always pounds Montreal, which explains why Xhekaj beat the shit out of Zach McEwen tonight. Ottawa's going to win the Cup this year. Bobby, I would have to heavily disagree with you there. I think Ottawa's probably eliminated the second the puck drops on their season, but you know what? Hey, we'll see. Habs pressed with 3 minutes left. Gallagher with decent hustle. Gallagher's actually looked all right this preseason. Didn't come in like he did last year, where he was very out of shape. Not out of shape, but lacked stamina. Lacked the lung capacity, I guess, if you will. And yeah. And yeah, so coming in already, looking a little better. Could be a decent fit on that third line. Hopefully with Waugh and Evans, but probably Dvorak more than likely. Habs look for a 3-on-2, but they end up coming in offside. Habs press, looking to get one past Omar, and then we do. Christian Dvorak actually ends up bearing one from Brendan Gallagher. A nice little scrum at the side of the net. Dvorak gets some puck luck going his way, and it's a 2-1 game with 1:15 left in the first. Sens then look to make it 3-1, but there's a good defensive play that prevents any further shots. The Sens lead the game 2-1, but the Habs lead in shots 10-8 after the first period. And then the Sens score 22 seconds into the second period. Amadio tips a shot home off immediate pressure. Engstrom, no coverage there. I expect him to be sent down probably tonight. I don't know when they're going to announce the guys going down to Laval. I don't know if it'll be tonight. Maybe it's tomorrow. I mean, there's no rush. They've got, 4 days until the regular season. So I'm pretty sure they probably have to be sent down, I would imagine, by Monday or Tuesday. So if it's not today, probably tomorrow. But yeah, so it's 3-1 Senators just like that. And then the Habs try to press. Nothing there, but the Habs go to the power play. Zub gets called for a hold on Gallagher. And then the Senators score off a very bad pass by the Canadiens in the neutral zone. Pinto intercepts. He gets on a break, a nice deke, and backhand by Montembeault. He gets the hat trick on a wide open net. The only way he can really score. He didn't have any actual good shots tonight. He tipped two and got two on an empty net, basically. Wide open net, I should say. It wasn't empty, but a wide open net, and then one on a tip. So Pinto with the hat trick, probably the only one that he's actually going to get in his career. I believe they said it was his first technical NHL hat trick. It's not going to count in 2 days, but I mean, hey, Sens fans, live it up, I guess. You're going to hate me for this? Nah, I don't give a shit if you like any Sens players. If you just like them all, you like them all. I really couldn't care less. But hey, good for you, like Jake Sanderson. Honestly, there was one that I actually like on the Sens. Oh, Angus Crookshank. He's the guy. I was kind of pissed that the Sens sent him down tonight because I wanted to see Crookshank play against the Canadiens. I like Crookshank. He has the makings of, I think, a good future third, fourth line type of guy. Good energy type of player. I don't really say Travis Kelce's very unlikable. I'd say Taylor Swift is very unlikable. Travis Kelce's kind of a victim in that relationship, I would argue. So yeah. Well, Paulie Jean, you can say just like that, Sens dominate the Habs, but we made pretty close. And you know what? Again, Xhekaj beats the shit out of any Sens that come close to him. So yeah. Where Mike Gallagher gets stopped by Omar. Good one there. Habs go 0 for 3 on the power play. Pizzetta gets hit from behind by Zub, and no penalty, naturally. Logan, how's it going, man? Hugh, how's it going? Pleasure to see y'all both up in this bitch. Very boring few minutes. It was a pretty fun first, but kind of a whatever second so far. Habs pressed, but a few missed passes. Those lead to turnovers, but the Habs try and stay in control. Xhekaj then with a really nice reverse hit on Cousins. Sees Cousins coming and just gives him a little bit. Is it hot in Canada? It's hot here in the U.S. No, it's kind of a not chilly, but it's a nice neutral. It's a very nice there was a nice breeze earlier today. Who do you think has the best chance to make the team after this? Well, technically excluding Josh Waugh because he was on the team for most of last year. I'm gonna say Oliver Kapanen. I think Kapanen had a really, really impressive camp. I think he could be ready to take that fourth line spot. I think them playing him over Dvorak, technically, I think is very telling that they wanted to see what they got with him, giving him the second line minutes instead of, say, playing Newhook on the wing instead of going with the good center depth. I think it showed more that they wanted to look at Kapanen and they really wanted to see what they have with him. I thought he had a decent game tonight. I mean, obviously he wasn't with the offensive masters that he was with beforehand, but I thought Kapanen had a good game, and I think that he could end up making the team. It wouldn't surprise me, especially with Laine being out. I mean, most people said that just kind of brings Pezzetta back in the lineup, which I could still see. But I think, honestly, even though Dvorak scored tonight, I thought Dvorak was all right. It wasn't great, but he was okay. I think that if you do want to have somebody taken out of the lineup, it could be Dvorak. I honestly think you're going to be a better team with Dvorak out and Kapanen in the lineup, at least for opening night. I personally believe that, but I'd say Kapanen. I can't see Heineman making the team, NZA, at least for this year. I think, as long as he doesn't need waivers, I think he gets sent down, and then next year there's a bit more of a chance that he makes the team because Armia's a UFA after this year, I believe. Dvorak's a UFA after this year. I think Pezzetta's a UFA after next year, I think. I think this is the first year of his 2-year extension. So I think Heineman's more of a next year type of guy. But then again, Demidov also comes over next year, so Heineman's chance just like that is probably gone as well. But Cappy for sure. Kapanen definitely has a chance to make the team. Glad I can answer that for you, by the way. The Habs go to the penalty kill then afterwards. Sorry. We're not there yet. Sens get some opportunities. Monty makes a good stop. Habs get a look. Kandada's then tripped, but nothing. Olmark then makes a good save, and the Habs go to the penalty kill, of course. Kandada gets called for a trip on Pinto, and the Habs get the clear immediately. Sens get a shot, but there's not a whole lot there. They were looking for Pinto to give him a 4-goal game. Habs end up being 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. I believe it was 2 for 3 at this point. Sens look for a goal late, but there's nothing. Pinto then with a late hit on Mayu after the final whistle of the period. Xhekaj gets right in there. He looked pissed. He looked disgusted by Pinto, and rightfully so. You don't hit a rookie after final whistle of a game, or not final whistle of a game, but final whistle of a period. You don't hit the Habs in general anyways, but yeah, the Canadiens, Xhekaj, like I said, did not look happy whatsoever. I thought he was going to go after Pinto in the third. I guess Marty probably talked to him and said, hey, look, it's preseason. It's not going to matter in 20 minutes, so just, if you want to go after him, wait till the game that we play. I think it's at home, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it's in Boston, and then we have the 3 straight home, so yeah. Even if it wasn't Ottawa, it'd be a home game for the Canadiens, apparently. But, yeah, I really wish Mayu can make the team. Yeah, no, I don't think it's happening. I think it's one more year away. I do think that Mayu ends up being the first call-up with an injury, probably. But yeah, right now, I do think it probably ends up being Matheson Guhle, Hudson Savard, and then Xhekaj Struble. And then, like I said, Barron's probably the 7th D, and then Mayu's down in Laval with Trudeau, Engstrom, those guys. Which isn't even necessarily a bad thing. Mayu had a very solid season last year. I think they said he was 3rd on the Rocket in goals and 5th in points. So he should be able to follow that up with a pretty decent campaign, especially if he also ends up working on his defensive play. I think next year he's got a pretty good shot at making the Canadiens, especially if we don't re-sign David Savard, which I probably think we will, actually. Hell, you know what? I was actually thinking this to myself last night when watching the rebuild. And we're talking about the deadline and Savard and all that, and how you still need veterans around the team. I'm honestly thinking, and I love him a lot, but I could see Mayu being a trade piece, potentially. I mean, former first-round pick, he's got a lot of offensive upside, but you think about it, who do you have on that blue line? You have Reinbacher, you have Guhle, you have Mayu, right now you have Savard as well. I don't think you want to restrict Mayu to third-pairing minutes. even on the left side with Hudson, Xhekaj, you've got Matheson as well there, along with Guhle, who can switch sides as well. Struble apparently can switch both sides. It was thought he would have played on the left side tonight, actually. You've got guys there who can play both sides, yes. Mailloux, I don't think you want to restrict him to third pairing minutes. I think you want Logan Mailloux to be in a position where he can play into that top four role. And over Guhle or Reinbacher, I don't think you want that. But at the same time, I don't think you want Xhekaj limited to being a third pairing defenseman either. I think you want to try and see if you can get him being a second pairing defenseman. Go with Hudson, Reinbacher, Xhekaj, Guhle, and then maybe it ends up being Engstrom or Matheson, Savard. Maybe you have the veterans together on the third pair. I do think the plan is probably to keep Savard for, I would think, at least 2 more years. I would think 2 years, just so get us out of the rebuild, get us as a playoff team. He's got a lot of experience. He's a very solid vet. He still can go. He's still a very good defensive defenseman with a little bit of offensive flashiness once in a while, once a month. I like Savard, especially like with him and Matheson. Matheson's a good offensive defenseman. Savard's a good defensive defenseman. I think they fit very well. So I could honestly see Mailloux being a trade piece for that. I don't want him to be. I'd rather have a really good second pairing defenseman who's stuck, quote unquote, pair because the Habs blue line is just that good. But there's times you gotta sacrifice players and end up getting extra stock for the future to help the current team and also for the future. I think that's what the Habs are doing. They still have, 2 firsts this year, 2 seconds and 2/3 this year. I think 2 seconds next year as well. Like, we've still got pieces, and the rebuild is essentially over. It's this year. If we don't make the playoffs, even if we're out of the wild card, it's this year, and that's it. That's basically it for the Habs rebuild. It's just being patient and waiting for everyone to click at that stage. But yeah, so yeah, Mailloux could make the team, but I just unfortunately don't think that he will. So the Sens lead the game 4-1, and they also lead the shots 17-15 after the second period there. Habs get an early press. Sens get a couple chances. Habs then go to the power play 5 minutes in. Too many men called there. Batherson goes to serve that one. There's a near shorthanded look for Pinto, but Monty comes way out of his net. Just sends it. Ullmark then does a slapper to clear the puck. And then it's a 5-on-3 for 40 seconds. Gregor with a clear delay of game puck over glass. Habs get a look, but there's nothing. We are 0 for 5 on the power play. And with that, I believe we are 0 for 32 on the power play in preseason. So I'm not going to panic too much, especially games like tonight and the first game where we lost line where we had 8 power plays. I'm not going to, or 7 power plays, whatever it was. I'm not going to panic too much. I mean, we lost line in that game. This game was a literal group of just guys thrown together because we're not playing our top guys. We're not risking them getting hurt. Except Guhle, he had to play because it's his first game in 5 months or whatever since the last regular season game for the Habs. You kind of need him to get at least one in before regular season, or you were hopeful, and he did. He did get one tonight, obviously. And so for me, I'm not gonna be too hard on Marty. I was questioning it, I think, after that first Line game. But again, you're thinking about it like, okay, well, 0 for 32. That's not going to happen in the regular season. You're mixing guys up, especially once Line got hurt. You're mixing guys. You're trying out different things. That's what preseason's for. Try different things. See if Caulfield on the left side and Slav on the... Or Caulfield on the right side and Slav on the left side works. See if that works. We're probably not playing there in the regular season. It's going to go back to Caulfield on the left, Slav on the right, Suzuki in the slot, Doc in the front, and then probably Matheson/Hudson on the blue line. That's how you'd imagine probably ends up being. So yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about going 0 for 32 or whatever it was. I know it was 0 for 30-something on the power play in preseason. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Habs do get some momentum. Not many connecting passes. They were getting zone time, though. And then all of a sudden, we score. Arber Xhekaj, the sheriff, with a big slapper. It looks like it deflects off a Senator right in front. Gets past Ullmark. Guhle with the lone assist there. 8:44 into the third period. that is a 4-2 game. Habs look like they might have a little bit of life within them. Would they? Don't look at the score above. That's rude. Don't do that. Also, I should actually say that's actually from Guhle and Kapanen. Kapanen ends up with an assist on that goal, so that adds another point to his total. So I just gotta fix that real quick. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's 4-2. Habs couldn't complete any passes with about 6 minutes left ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, it wasn't looking good. Barron, though, all of a sudden gets robbed by Ullmark with a 2-pad stack. That's old school. Habs looked for something, sends the other way. They get their second shot of the period. Pinto looks for a wide open net, but Monty is able to get back. Habs good sticks to break up any possible 5-2 lead. Habs go the other way. Habs go back the other way. There's some bad sloppy passes with about 7 minutes left. Okay, I think the Barron thing happened with 10 minutes left. Whatever. 5 minutes left. Habs press. Nothing there. Empty net with 2 minutes left. Sends press, but they can't get the empty net. McEwen misses from center ice. Ullmark then grabs a pass off. Sends ice it, I should say. Habs actually don't call the timeout, surprisingly. I just noticed that. Habs didn't call the timeout. There's an icing with 7 seconds left on the sends. Ullmark off the face-off kind of gets the puck, grabs it. Just thought about it, I think, but just kills time. And the game's over. Sens end up winning 4-2 in regulation, but the final shot's 25-19 for the Canadiens. So, yeah, it was 2 goals scored on tip shots. Two of them on one of them on a rebound, one of them just on a breakaway, where it was a 50-50 essentially. Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame Monty for any of the goals, especially the tip shots. Those are really hard to get. Those are really hard to read and properly stop those, I guess you could say, unless you kind of get lucky, which unfortunately, Monty did not tonight. But yeah, so that's going to do it for the Canadiens preseason. We're going to get into the stats, and then we're going to work on our way out of here. So, yeah, leading the team in points, Oliver Kapanen, a goal, 3 assists, 4 points in, I believe, 5 games. I believe Kapanen played a lot of hockey. At the very least, it's 4-4. I'm pretty sure it's 4-5, though. Goal, 3 assists for 4 points. Alex Barré-Boulet with a goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Michael Pezzetta, Kirby Dach, and Christian Dvorak each with 2 goals. Emil Heineman, Nick Suzuki, and Luke Tuck each with a goal and each with a goal and assist. Gerard Davidson, William Trudeau, Lane Hudson, Joshua Ball, and Yoel Armia each with 2 assists. David Savard, Josh Anderson, Jake Evans, and Arber Xhekaj each with a goal. Logan Mailloux, Xavier Simoneau, Owen Beck, Brennan Gallagher, and Kaiden Guhle each with an assist. Arber Xhekaj with 2 fights. Kirby Dach, Josh Anderson, and Juraj Slavkovsky each with 1 fight. Caden Primo, Jakub Lebesh, Sam Montembeau, and Connor Hughes each share 1 shutout each. Technically, they share 2 shutouts, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's stream, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thinking about it, I should actually have a video coming out in a couple days regarding my season predictions, I guess you could say, the standings predictions. I should have that out, I would think, Monday or Tuesday. Not sure. I'll work on that probably tomorrow, I would think. But yeah, so that's going to do it again for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget, see you soon for the real deal. Hell yeah, NCA. Wednesday, guys, don't forget, Wednesday and Thursday, back-to-back Toronto, Boston for the Canadiens. Hell yeah. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harris. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes, but not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, Tumblr, and all that good stuff. Subscribe to join the Sub Hub, the D Nation. If you remember the Mod Squad, the Roman Comps and Achievement is much greatly appreciated. Links in the description. Check those guys out. Please. Much appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Harris, and I am out. I'm already out. I just remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how fairly decent we should be like this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harris again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye.